Today, we are digging into a really fascinating and honestly pretty counterintuitive idea, the paradox of the lazy genius.
So let's just start with this question, because it kind of flips everything we've ever been taught about productivity and work ethic completely on its head. What if that thing you get called lazy for isn't a weakness, but actually a sign of a highly efficient brain?
So we're going to have to completely rethink what laziness even means. Is it really about not caring? Or could it be a form of intelligence that most of us just don't recognize?
Okay, let's break this down. In one corner, you have what we normally think of as laziness, right? Apathy, just putting things off, not doing anything. But in the other corner, you have something totally different, intellectual efficiency. This is all about prioritizing, optimizing, and saving your mental energy for what really counts. They might look the same from a distance, but trust me, they are worlds apart.
Here's the key idea. Intellectual efficiency is not about getting out of work. It's about getting the same results or, often an even better one by using the least amount of brain power possible. It's just about being smart with your mental fuel.
All right, this is where it gets really interesting. Let's look at the actual habits that get mislabeled as lazy, because these are the moments that can reveal a mind that's just wired to work smarter, not harder. The biggest mental block we all have to get past is this idea that looking for an easier way is somehow cheating or avoiding the work. But that's not it at all. See, it's not about avoiding work. It's about avoiding wasted work. A highly efficient brain is like a super smart filter. It just automatically gets rid of all the steps and all the tasks that don't actually get you closer to the real goal. It just cuts right through the noise. So, think about this for a second. Are you that person who, in pretty much any situation, is always thinking, okay, but what's the fastest way to get this done? For years, we've been told that's a bad thing, that it's impatient. But here's the reframe. That impulse isn't laziness at all. It's a built-in drive for optimization. I mean, think about it. The TV remote control wasn't invented by someone who wanted to do nothing. It was invented by a genius who wanted to eliminate the wasted effort of walking across the room. Your brain is constantly trying to engineer a better, more elegant solution. And this isn't just some random thing. There's actually a step-by-step process happening in your head. First, the lazy genius figures out what the real goal is, not just the task they were given. Then, they are ruthless about cutting out any steps that aren't necessary. After that, they find the most direct route possible, and only then do they execute. But they do it with total focus. So why do our brains do this? Why are they so obsessed with the path of least resistance? Well, it all boils down to one thing: energy. This is a really simple but powerful concept to grasp. Your brain is a tiny part of your body weight, like 2%, but it burns through 20% of your daily calories. It's an incredibly expensive piece of hardware to run, so over millions of years, it's evolved to be an absolute energy miser. It's always looking for ways to cut costs. And what this chart shows is basically that energy budget in action. An efficient brain just doesn't spend its valuable resources on boring, repetitive, low-impact stuff. No way. It saves all that good energy for the big things, the high-impact work, the creative breakthroughs, the deep strategic thinking. So what's the big takeaway from all this? Well, it might be time to stop feeling bad about your efficient habits. It's time to own them and embrace your inner lazy genius. So let's just recap these huge mental shifts. What if procrastination is actually a strategic delay, just waiting for the perfect moment? Finding shortcuts? That's just optimization. Doing nothing for a bit? Maybe that's just energy conservation for a bigger battle ahead. And that thing everyone calls laziness? Well, that could just be your intellectual efficiency shining through. So, I'll leave you with this final thought. Take a look at your own habits, especially the ones you might have felt a little guilty about. When you look at them through this new lens, which one of your so-called lazy habits might actually be your secret superpower?